Throughout the highlands of Eastern Africa, farming communities have over the years faced critical challenges in providing for an ever-growing population while maintaining the productivity of basic resources such as water, food, fuel and fodder. Most research and extension programs concentrated on seeking technological solutions to deal with farm-level productivity such as use of various inputs, with little focus on an integrated common property resource management. The ever-increasing population pressure aggravated soil degradation owing to farming on slopey areas, shortened fallow systems and an unchecked depletion of soil nutrients that led to low production and food insecurity. There is an urgent need to conserve and restore the fertility status of arable land to grow food to meet the demand. Landcare was established in 2002 in the regional countries of Kenya, Uganda and Tanzania to address this need. Landcare is an integrated approach that bridges disciplines and landscape components.
If Landcare can be seen as a technical and institutional approach that is really valued in East Africa, then it can be a means of bringing together so many efforts that are going on in various aspects of sustainable agriculture and various kinds of work that NGOs are conducting, agricultural ministries and other organizations, into a more family of complementary activities.
It was a pilot project that was first tested in Uganda, a region that, though it enjoyed relative rainfall, lacked the proper structures to harness the basics of successful agriculture. But thanks to the Landcare initiative, the involvement of local government officials and farmers in the region, a revolution was started, one that saw a once slopey landscape that accelerated soil erosion, weakening the soil cover and resulting in poor production, transformed into a success story through the digging of terraces and planting of trees to reduce soil erosion and reinforce soil cover. And it did not stop there.
We looked at the efforts that different development partners, government extension services had started working with communities. But we realized that many of these efforts were successful at pilot stages. When projects moved off, the whole aspect reversed back. The idea was, how do we ensure a sustainable development process, not at just a small area, but at a landscape level? That meant bringing together the different communities to understand each other and evolve a grassroots institutional development process.
Ni mfumo ambao unajaribu kuwajengea wakulima uwezo wa wao wenyewe kutambua matatizo yao walionayo katika kilimo, waweze kujua resources zao walizo nazo na waweze kuappreciate kwamba wao ndio wasababishaji wakubwa wa udongo au mazingira kuharibika.
Now my message to the fellow farmers is that let them copy from what we have done. Let them come and see it practically or physically so that they learn. Like, instead of telling them from far, they also come inside. We do it practically, show them this is how we do it.
Ownership and pride amongst the beneficiaries of the process that is ongoing, and how to make sure that there's also asset input by the same beneficiaries. That has been a very big problem. Extensions have come, we've had very good pilot projects. Immediately the project goes, that's the end of the story. To ensure a sustainable process, from the word go, the leadership and the shepherding of the process has got to have the mark of the communities themselves.
It has forced us to get farmers to work as groups sometimes in a let's say a whole parish or even a whole sub-county. You have to work together so that they work on soil control measures. Sometimes they work together to make sure that trees are replanted. They work together so that they can actually prevent, they can control the misuse of particular river banks.
Success is now seen in terms of produce. Complete turnaround of a system hoped to be reverberated across the African continent, but has over the years suffered from such tragedies as extreme drought and extreme flooding. The collaboration of farmers across all 3 East African countries, one that will see them take advantage of both extremes to maintain a full food basket all year round. In Kenya, for example, water conservation has been revived as a project in Machakos thanks to Ngomeni Women's Group, a 25-member group that saw the need to harvest water during the rainy season to be used during the dry season.
That money, which was more than 141,000, was used to buy each member a water tank, which was some various 500 liters, 1,500 and 2,500 liters.
It was a magic formula that worked across all 3 East African countries, seeing farmers in neighboring Tanzania and Kenya also come together and form farming groups that empowered each other and that jointly helped improve agriculture. The aftermath echoed across all 3 regions.
Zamani tulikuwa tunapanda ndizi ilikuwa kidogo sababu sasa mimi mwenyewe nilikuwa nalima, hata hapana jua vile napea hii ni mbolea, hapana jua vile nafanya. Sasa vile tulikutana hii watu atofu walikuja, wanafundisha sisi unachukua hata samadi, unasanya pamoja unafanya compost, alafu unachukua kwa ndizi. Sasa saa hii ndizi, sisi tunauza ndizi ile kubwa, hata ingine tunakula, ingine tunasomesea hata watoto, hata maneno ya shamba ya kulima mahindi. Saa hii hata shamba yetu saa hii tunapata mahindi sababu tumeweka mbolea vile wamefundisha sisi, tumeweka mbolea kwa shamba.
Sisi tuliofika Lushoto tulioona kule Lushoto, ukija ukimwambia mtu bwana inatakiwa uhifadhi ardhi. Maana yake wenzetu wa Lushoto kule wanahifadhi ardhi na wanapata mafanikio mazuri, walikuwa bado ni wazito. Ni wazito, lakini jinsi hali inavyokwenda nao kidogo wanashawishika tuseme.
Baada ya kuona kwamba hali tuliokuwa nayo mwanzoni imepata kubadilika kwa kiwango kikubwa, kwa hiyo tumeona ni heri tuendelee na hii ambayo tunayo sasa hivi.
Landcare has empowered us in terms of knowledge so much. Since 2007 we learned that land management.
But the collaboration of farmers wasn't going to remain effective if leadership was to remain with government or non-governmental organizations. This initiative enabling the farmers to be their own leaders, to allow them be directly involved in crucial decision-making processes that involved them, is what has seen them come up with independent group bylaws to govern themselves and their activities. But it is the tree planting initiative that has proved the most successful. Trees that only form 10% of land cover beneficial when incorporated within farming landscapes, not only in maintaining soil cover but also in improving soil fertility, raising and sustaining yields, and even increasing income through the sale of timber and other tree products, as well as producing fodder and firewood. All groups that have embraced the initiative boasting of its listless advantages both to the farm as well as in their everyday lives.
Hatukuwa na kuni na kulikuwa hata hakuna kifuli. Ukienda unatembea mahali kubwa bila hata kuwa na kifuli. Na kulikuwa na shida hata ya kupata makaa na hata hatukuwa na matunda ya kula. Ukienda kwa shamba, unaweza kwenda kwa shamba na utakakuta hata hakuna kitu unaweza kula huko.
They also told me this land is big, you can plant trees. I am grateful I have a forest as I speak.
Agroforestry has in time been seen to enhance food security, improve rural lives and make better use of scarce rainwater. This initiative by the World Agroforestry Center hoped to support national and local policy reforms that will reduce barriers and improve incentives for private investment in agroforestry under its theme Transforming Lives and Landscape.